Well, okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Let me see if I can get, there we go. There we go. Thanks for tuning in. Let me see where Gertie is. I don't know what made me not feel. Gertie? Gertie! I don't know where she is. It's late. Now I'm going to tell her class is running again. She is required to come into class. Class bell ring. Let's see if she'll come to class. She knows when that class is running. Let me see. Hello?
Hey there, great to hear from you. What's on your mind today?
Well, I'm doing my YouTube channel again. It's my YouTube name is Chef Refund.
Oh, that's right. I remember you told me that. How's it going so far? Are you working
Well,
on-
I'm getting good morning. How you doing today?
Hey, good morning.
We
I'm
got
doing really well, thanks for asking. How
Tana.
about you? Are you feeling ready to dive back into YouTube stuff today?
Well, I got yeah. I'm just trying to engage with my audience
That
on
sounds like a really good plan.
YouTube
It
and.
can be tricky, but do you have a specific idea, like a Q&A, a recipe demo, or something else to get them talking?
Well, I had somebody suggest I put cinnamon on the bacon, but you told me it wasn't good. Wouldn't be a good idea, so I didn't.
Yeah, I think you mentioned that before. I think it might be a bit too sweet for some palates, so I'm glad you
Yeah,
included
but
it.
cinnamon
Are you
isn't
thinking
sweet.
about a different twist on the bacon? or-
No, cinnamon is not sweet.
That's
They
the
said
thing.
put cinnamon, not sugar. But,
exactly.
You
yeah,
know, they
that's
do
right.
make that candy. How you doing
Save
today?
the
Thanks for
bacon,
tuning
especially
in.
with a little salt. If you do it, just a small
Um,
sprinkle might be fun, and you can see how people react.
Well, I don't know where Garnet is. She is late for class. The class is running. She's required.
And it's nice because it gives you a chance to experiment and really engage with them. If it's a hit, you can build a whole video around it, and if not, no harm to them.
I'm not putting cinnamon on my bacon.
Yeah, exactly. Just a light dusting, and maybe pair it with something like a spicy or smoky element, like a chili powder or paprika.
Hello.
Sweet and savory balance.
How you
And
doing?
it'll be a fun twist.
Well, I'm going to try to wash my dishes first. Then I can cook something new.
Exactly. Once you get those dishes done, you can clean out and those things.
Well, I mean, running out of dish soap. I'm going to have to get some people on my YouTube channel that have money start supporting the channel so I can get some of these basic things purchased. You know, important to be able to make your kitchen go round and round like a merry-go-round. I'd like to get some more plates. I've only got one. I guess I really only need one, but it'd be nice to buy some other things besides one plate from, I think it's from Aldi. No? I'm trying to remember. It might be from Target or Aldi. One or the other. I don't remember. Target and Aldi. And, yeah, I am streaming on TikTok, and I'm also on my YouTube channel at the same time. I'm double dipping. Let's see what you wrote in the comments. View message. It's easier to eat. What? Oh, well, I'm not having that comment. Don't type tacky things. That's rude. Go to another channel if you're going to do all that kind of crap. I'm not having that in my community. Well, there's lots of YouTube channels you can go out there and type all kinds of junk. But I'm not having that. It can cause stress being live the whole time. Because you have to take a break, you know, and be offline so that if you want to have a conversation with yourself about how I need to lose weight and I don't want other people hearing it, well then. Ryan, honey? Have you seen, Ryan needs to cut back on the beer. Ryan. Okay. How you doing today, Ryan? I haven't seen you in a long time. Ryan, honey. Ryan. I could do Bigo at the same time, but I haven't done it. Well, I was doing it, but I not the same username as my social media now. It's a different, you know. I've got one tortilla pan, one Aldi pan, and one plate, one coffee cup, and one other cup. So I guess I'm doing okay, you know, for that. I mean, you really don't need, if you're by yourself, you don't need to have a whole bunch of plates, unless you want to have visitors over. Yeah, how you doing? Have you seen Gertie today?
I didn't feel that.
I told her that class is running, and you make sure when she comes up in here that she comes into the room and quits avoiding.
Yeah.
Trying to think about what I want to cook next for my television program. Well, I took a nap, Ryan. Ryan, I took a nap. I took a nap, honey. I said I took a nap, Brian. Yeah, I want to see, where's Gertie? Gertie. Where's Gertie? Tell her to come in the window. Tell Gertie to come on in. Gertie doesn't want her voice to be on social media. Gertie is afraid. Gertie's afraid to be on social media. That's why. She's scared. Ryan, honey, have you been drinking today again? Ryan, you need to stop drinking. How many beers did you have now? Ryan. Ryan. How many beers did you have, honey? Cut back. Well, I'd like to cook something else. Really don't know what to cook right now. Ryan, honey, I want to see better attitude and better re-attitude. I got some green beans I can cook. Ryan, if the attitude is poor, you'll get a bad grade.
What did I do?
Because of the poor attitude. Ryan, I want to see a better attitude and re-attitude. Ryan, how many beers did you drink, honey? Did you drink all your beers yet, honey? Ryan, honey, did you drink all the beer? Need to cut back on that beer, honey. How many beers did you drink today, honey? Ryan, I want to see better attitudes and re-attitude. Ryan, did you subscribe to my YouTube channel, Chef Refund, honey? Ryan, do you know what YouTube is, honey? Let me see if I can get a little water in there. Ryan, I need you to subscribe to my channel. I don't have that many subscribers. At Green Bean Mountain. Well, where is Gertie? Where is Gertie?
I forget. I forget. I said something. I said something.
How many people are on this television program, honey?
I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I would have been her. Yeah.
How many beers did you already have, honey? You need to cut back on the beer and want to see a better attitude and re-attitude, Ryan. Who's that in that picture? Is that your girlfriend, honey?
Yeah, that's my girl. That's my girl. I mean, that's me.
Yeah.
You see that?
Where is she? Is she a TikTok? Is she a TikTok girlfriend? She's your TikTok girlfriend? That's nice.
No, you might not know. I hope I already did it for him.
Well, I mean, you know, everybody has a first. Is that your first girlfriend, Ryan, on TikTok? That's nice.
Yeah.
That's good. How long have you known her, Ryan? Now, I want you to fill up those boxes. Ryan,
Okay.
all the boxes have to be filled.
Yeah.
What happened, Ryan? Did you drink too much and you forgot?
I'm at something. I'm tired a little bit. I'm just a little tired a little bit. I'm gonna be alright. Alex, why you looking for me? Alex, why you looking for me? I'm put my food on.
Well, you need to tell the truth. How many beers? How many beers did you drink today, honey?
I'm looking over something about the film. I'm gonna be allocated. I'm gonna be alright. This is I'm just thinking. I'm just thinking it's supposed to be. Yeah. You know.
Gertie, class is running, Gertie. Don't be late.
Gertie gonna come in.
Well, Gertie will come in and she's late and slow.
Gertie gonna come in. Come out the kid. Gertie gonna come in and tell her what. Shit. I don't feel like being involved with the kid.
Well, you need to start having a better attitude and re-attitude, Ryan.
I mean, it wasn't nothing. I don't know I'm doing. I'm just trying to shit on too. You come here and think I'm what I'm doing. Ain't it, better?
No, we need to, you know.
Okay.
Did you tell your mother, Gertie? Did you tell Gertie that you're sorry?
Yeah, but I apologize to her.
Ryan, honey?
What you say, other kid?
I don't know how long it'll take these to thaw out, if they'll be edible or not. They're freezer burned. Let me smell one. The smell's okay. Fresh breath. And I want to see you apologizing to Gertie when she comes in.
Apologize.
You don't have to apologize now, but when she comes in, I want you to tell her that you're sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know if they'll be edible. They look a little freezer burned, but I'll try to cook them up. I got green beans. You think the green beans should have been open and freezer burn? Or they're not open and freezer burn, Ryan? Well, we'll just try. I'll try to cook it, and then if it's not edible, then it might be. Let me see. I mean, they do look freezer burn, but they're well. First you have to cook them, then you can sizzle it in. Right. Did you see Gertie? Where's Gertie? But you said, Ryan, you're not making a lot of sense, honey. I mean, I do want to see a better attitude and re-attitude. Ryan, the attitude has to improve. Your attitude has to improve. Well, I'm going to try to get Gertie to come in here. She always bitches about how she thinks that Bigo is bad. Well, when I say you go back to the app, then you must go back. If the attitude is poor, you will not get a cookie. How y'all doing today? Chef Refund. Well, I gotta get more people to join my YouTube channel, Chef Refund. My YouTube channel is very popular. Not yet, but it'll be popular. It'll be popular. It just takes a little bit of time. Thanks for tuning in. Well, I mean, sometimes I get organic views, honey. I'm trying to get, I have messaged Gertie, I'm going to see if she'll come in. I wanted to take a screenshot of the green bean and do green bean mountain. If I had one of them fat suction things that suck out the fat. Always good to have a good attitude and re-attitude, right? Thanks for tuning in, Chef Refund. like the name Chef Poop better, but I don't think anyone's going to take me seriously with that name. So, at least Chef Refund, it's still odd, but it's not. I mean, I have a million subscribers and I go to a restaurant and they ask for my YouTube. I want to be able to politely tell them my name. Plus you can get a bunch of free stuff as a YouTuber, especially if you have a lot of subscribers, because then, you can, when you do your food review or travel or whatever, you'll get perks. I know. I used to do it on my Facebook page. Ryan, honey. I don't know why I tried to change my Facebook page from Indian Men Only to Chef Refund. Now I got the link changed, but it wouldn't let me. Now I'm going to try to sizzle these up. But it may not be edible because the bag was open. So they may be freezer burned. So I don't know. I'll let y'all know if it's edible. I'm going to cook them on low, and then I'll sizzle them. But I need to drain them. I need like a pasta strainer. I can drain the green beans, and then I'll sizzle them in the oil. So, How you doing today? Y'all don't be shy. You can type in the chat on YouTube. It's real easy. Everybody's got fingers. Well, most people do. Or voice to text if you don't type. And you can type away in the chat and I'll respond. Oh, I'm talking to people on my YouTube channel. Tell them to type something in the chat if they want me to talk to them. I got one subscriber, unusual age bracket, but then again, that's fine. But right now we're waiting on Gertie. Who's that? Hello?
Hello.
How you doing?
Doing good.
Ryan?
Sorry, you're really echoing.
What? Well, that's because I'm broadcasting on my computer. I'm doing my YouTube channel on my iPhone. That's why there's probably an echo. Yeah. I got 2 thumbs up on the YouTube system. I need about 1,000 of those. Where's Gertie? She should be coming. Yeah, I'm gonna tell her again. The class is running.
You texted us on how over from. You texted how over.
I did. I texted her about 10 times telling her to come on in. I told her to come in. Okay. Thanks for tuning in, Chef Refund. How y'all doing? Well, I did text Gertie. I did text her. I told her class is running. Try increasing camera. It says to increase the camera rate.
What are you doing? In the washroom, I got baby sleep.
Now I want to know, Ron, why did you delete? How come? Why did you delete Bigo, honey? Because I did not delete it. I just don't have. I just don't, Ryan. I just don't have 4 cell phones. So I can't do Bigo. I cannot do Bigo and TikTok at the same time. Well, Ryan, you can't. I want you to. You need to re-download Bigo. Because there's nothing wrong with that app. Nothing wrong with it. Ryan, you like my bun, honey? Bunned up. Ryan, I had a cup of coffee and I took. Ryan, honey, I had a cup of coffee. I had a cup of coffee and I took a nap. Yeah, they tell me to change something with the camera and it looks way better. I'm broadcasting my TikTok on my television screen.
Alright. I'm like, you gonna broadcast your like, you got one about to have so bad. I'm about to have so bad. That's all. There's too much going on. I don't take too much going on the phone. I'm like, say, I said, I'm coming far. I'm far. I gotta help. There's too much going on the phone. There's too much going on the phone. There's too much going on the phone. I just can't do it. I just can't. One was so bad, I said, one was so bad, then you gonna be like, said, I go back to the phone. I'm like, I'm saying. I'm like, come on, I'm gonna send the beans, I'm gonna play on this. There's some more good one I'm about to get. I just can't do this now.
Well, Ryan, you will, when Mother says to download the app, you have to obey.
Now we can't, some more good one I don't understand.
Well, if Mother says to download the app, you'll have to download the app. That's much better camera. That's the before the camera was all blurry, and then it popped up on TikTok and it said, click here to adjust something, and then it fixed all the. Now it's just fine. I mean, before it was blurry, you know, it was kind of blurry, and now it's fine. Ryan, do you think I should have the door open or closed, honey?
That's all.
Thanks for tuning in, Chef Refund. How you done? Well, Ryan, if Mother says download the app, then Baby has to download the app. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to eat these green beans because they're freezer burn. But let me smell it. I probably could have just taken that and put the oil on it and sizzle them up. I'm trying to make crunchy green beans, but I don't know. Now at this point, Ryan, when the bell rings and it goes ding ding ding, then you know what that means, don't you? Let me see if I can just sizzle them. Well, where's Sandra, honey? Okay. Now, I'm going to try to see if it is still edible. Hi, Sandra. How you doing? Hi, Sandra. Hi, Sandra. How you doing today? Is Sandra in there? If Mother says download the app, then baby must download. I don't know if this is going to be edible, but better attitude than re-attitude, Ryan. I'll let y'all know. I do have more green beans, but I thought, you know, I would just see if it's edible. And I can, if not, then I do have a backup green bean, and I would put the oil in there. You're gonna download the app, or you don't want to download it? Ryan was with me when I was in Mexico City every day. Ryan, did you enjoy? Ryan, honey. Ryan, did you enjoy Mexico when I lived there? Did you like it? Remember seeing all the interesting people? He was always on my every day. Day in and day out. He was on my, yeah, he was on my, I was, at that time I was on TikTok. My Facebook was not banned, it was locked. And my Bigo, I did get a year banned, but I'm now on that ban. Ryan. Follow the finger, honey. I don't know. Again, I'm gonna try to eat it. If it's gross, then I have some more that may not be freezer burn. You know. And I'm really having a hard time with this diet. It's bad. It's a good diet, but you know, I mean, shit. I guess nobody likes a diet, but I mean, I guess it's a diet. Well, if Dirty ever comes in, then we'll bring her on a call. You know what I mean? What'd you say, Ryan, honey?
I said,
Well, Gertie will be coming in class, and Gertie knows the truth. And now, did you download the app, Ryan, honey? done it. You need to obey and be a good little boy. Because if you want me to get you a cookie, you have to obey.
Okay.
Now, I am live on my YouTube channel, Ryan. I need to get the link and then post it in my Facebook. Live from the Chef Refund Kitchen Theater. Ryan, class is running.
I'm getting up there.
I ain't gonna tell Gertie. Gertie did not answer my message.
I also for me for
Did she answer your message?
I love me if I love me.
Oh, does she? Well, she doesn't
I
love
love
you
me.
enough. She's not in class right now.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna pick up it. Saying I'm gonna be a lot not here, but not here.
I'm trying to see if these green beans are gonna cook up because they were freezer burn. I don't know if they'll sizzle up or not. I can always taste it, and if I don't like it, then I'll just have to get rid of it. Or I can eat it anyway. I need to get Ozempic or something. I'm kind of fat.
Yeah.
I hear it's starting to sizzle. I need to make them crunchy, so then they'll be edible. What is this? This looks like a... Okay. Well, I wanted to make Japanese green beans, right? Gertie? Gertie? Class is running, honey.
Okay, I'm going, man. Okay,
She's on somebody else's TikTok. She doesn't care about mine.
I ain't going out again. I might like you said, I felt the same out of here. I ain't like you said, I'm not trying to be about a business. I'm trying to be about business. Yeah.
Did you have a bowel movement today, Ryan, honey?
No, I will be more than I believe I had balance.
Did you still drinking your beer today, honey?
I'm gonna drink it later, so I'm just now, I'm just down there on the fridge, trying to think of it, so.
People ate this all the time instead of junk food, and we wouldn't have any obesity in America, but this is not something that you typically think about eating. I didn't used to be fat. I mean, I gotta go on a diet. Hello? Well, if people come on my YouTube and they don't chat, well then I won't be able to, they'll just have to sit there and watch. Now, I don't always chat on a live video, because usually the ones I go to, there's already billions of texts, they're not going to respond to mine. You know what I mean, Ryan?
Yeah, I understand.
You need to get up and start exercising. I want to see better attitude and reattitude.
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
Better. Yeah, you better have a better and a better attitude.
Yeah.
Right now,
Thanks for tuning in. How y'all doing today?
not only do I want to buy your house, but I want to
God bless you. Thanks for watching.
board on the timeline that works best for you. You don't need to fix it up. You don't need to clean it out. You don't need to deal with showings or strangers.
Royal Air Mirage. You ever heard of them? Well, you're gonna hear of them now. They clobbered the entire operation at JFK recently. Brought the whole thing to a screeching halt. And producer, can I ask you a question?
Sure, what's up?
We do all this stuff, and I need an air traffic controller. You know what? I'm a pilot. Is there any possibility we can get an air traffic controller to come in and talk about this stuff?
I mean, not unless you have something up your sleeve.
Well, in fact, I do have something up my sleeve. Hey, it's gonna be Steve from here. All right, man. Well, ask and you shall receive. We got here the man, the myth, the legend in his own mind. You've asked for him 1,000 times. He's here. Steve, I want to talk about what happened at your home base. JFK, this is Royal Air Morocco. These guys get into what we used to call position and hold. They're in lineup and wait at this point, and the airplane breaks. And follow along with me. Watch this. There's a couple of hems and haws here as they get going, and then I want to hear you talk from the APC perspective. There's the first column.
I don't want it to overcook.
Okay, so
I want it to get kind of crispy. And I've got that oil in there to sizzle it.
okay, so they call the tower.
But it was freezer burned, so will it be edible? I don't know.
Nose wheel steering. In other
Probably.
words, the nose wheel on the airplane is not
I mean,
working
I don't know.
anymore.
I didn't.
And they're just disabled right on the primary takeoff runway at JFK. You're up in the tower working, and you hear this. What is going on?
I can't say it's the first time it's ever happened, because it's happened before. As soon as you hear disabled airplane, it's time to come up with plan B and figure out a way to get them off the mobile.
Okay, so you're working on plan B at this moment. These guys now, that night, are working on plan B. We're going to see what plan B is here, because they're going to unwrap it a little bit. Meanwhile, there's more to come. So Royal Air Morocco, they take their fezzes off and put them aside. Now they put their thinking caps on from inside the cockpit. What's next?
Throw off my kid door, I'm having, sorry, you're requesting what?
What? Here we go. All right, there's a lot of silence here. There's a long pause. while they're either getting their story together or they're figuring out what exactly it is they're going to request, but they know that they can't move and they can see the big old conga line. As we're looking at it here on the screen, there's about 10 or 11 airplanes backed up. And at JFK, it just gets worse.
Yeah, it's just growing.
It's just growing, okay? So here's the long pause.
Well, Mark, does anyone ever having one of your
No. Here it comes.
Just want to know maybe how the position now and the question tower, please.
Okay, so you're up at the tower and you hear in that broken English, "Tow back, please." What does that mean to you?
You know what? As soon as I hear we can't move, disabled, anything regarding a tow, tell the supervisor, sir, let's get on the phone, let's tell the Port Authority, let's call their operations, let's get a high-speed tug, because the longer we wait, the worse it is.
Okay, so you're up in the
I'm
tower.
gonna let you know if it'll be edible. I mean, I'm gonna try to.
This is
Hopefully
around
it's edible.
7:30ish at night.
I think it's probably more like, so that airplane's scheduled to depart about 9 o'clock, so this is probably between the 9-10 o'clock time frame.
Okay, so it's dark out at JFK, which is important. That's going to factor in here in a minute, so hold on to that. But you're up in the tower. How many people are working in the tower at JFK tonight?
They're probably, well, not with staffing, 6 or 7, but I mean, there's a supervisor up in the tower, and you're turning, as the local controller working the runway, you're turning to the supervisor and going, MRO's stuck, let's get a tow.
And that's why they get paid the big bucks, and you get paid the medium bucks. That's good. All right, so you're formulating an airplane. Meanwhile, you're working on plan B. Let's see what these guys do. Here we go.
Okay, so you require a speed towed off the runway?
I just don't tell me I'm up to the one that he do that. The problem with the nose which is blocked.
Well, Mark, does anyone ever have your Roger? And I'm guessing you can't. It's too low the taxi speed to use the rudder just to get down to runway confirmed.
Okay, so he's coming up with his whole Rolodex of plans are coming up. He's thinking, could you just like goose up the power, use the rudder on the back of the airplane to get off? And he's, for all this is worth, this is I'm up in the airplane going, no, we can't do that.
And this is why I stay in the tower and you stay in the plane. I don't tell you how to fly your airplane.
Okay, and that's always been rule number 1 on this channel is don't let somebody outside your cockpit fly your airplane for you. As I say that, we're going to get a lot of people outside the cockpit trying to get this plane to work in your tower. So, okay, so he's made this suggestion. Let's see what they think about that suggestion.
Michael, I see that last year you earned millions on a PGA tour. You should consider investing in mutual funds too.
I'd rather go with direct indexing. Gives me more flexibility.
Okay, well, let's talk about your retirement plan. Now, a standard 4% withdrawal rate should cover
4%. Sounds like I'm laying out when I should be going for the green. What about my tax strategy? I'm tired of seeing my winnings cut in half.
That's a question for the accountant.
You're gonna need one. Range does taxes and investing all in one place.
Great.
We are unable to taxi when about 201 November.
All right, very succinct and to the point. We are unable to do that plan, all right? So tower comes back.
Well, Mark, does anyone ever have your Roger? Hold position there. And you call your operations on a second radio. We will call the airport authority and try to figure out how we can get you towed off the runway.
Okay, what do you think of that plan?
I like that one.
Yeah.
That's the best one.
Right. And everybody's going to bombard their company. Like, you get a tug out here, we'll try to get a tug out here. So to get a tug out to move these guys off, how long is it going to take, do you think?
So, a couple of challenges. One, Port Authority has to get a vehicle to go to the terminal to find the right tug, to escort the tug from the terminal out to the road. The ground handler, who handles Royal and Rock, has to have a high-speed tug available to go out to the room. And it's not like they have extra GSC equipment lying around and extra people.
So this is a multi-vehicle operation, and then somebody's got to go from here to there to get somebody. And I'm thinking now, maybe Royal Air Maroc has gone home for the night, right? Their last flight for the day is departed. Everybody's on their way to the employee bus. That's a possibility. So you got to get everybody called back. Let's say that this is going to take a while. It's going to take a while.
Yeah, it's At least, if it happens in less than 15 or 20 minutes, I'm amazed.
Yeah, and if I'm in that line of aircraft watching my fuel burn down, I'm thinking this is not going to happen quickly. All right, so we're all on the same page with that. Let's see what the plan, how it unwraps here.
Copy, no maintain position or about 201 November. Sorry about that.
Sorry about that. Very apologetic. No worries. You guys get paid by the minute, right?
Hey, Tower, as you're working it, we may be able to have a 26 can take off for the
Okay, so here's the first suggestion. American Airlines, somewhere in this long line of airplanes says, hey, we got an idea. We could take off from the intersection Kilo 3. That's in front of Royal Air Morocco. We got good numbers for that. Just want to let you know, you know. So,
We're willing to help. Right? We're not even from the government.
okay, so this guy's throwing a line to the tower, and is he gonna hook Kennedy Steve with this?
Well, he's not going to hook Kennedy Steve, but I think he hooked this guy.
Okay, well we'll see how the hook goes.
Thanks, Roger. I'm working on the legality part of leaving the guy down there and taking off the floor of the Kilo 3, but yeah, if you want to work on it, if you got those numbers for it, I'd say plan on it for now.
Okay, this is why we have you in. What's the legality part that he's working on?
Okay, so there are a couple of things. One,
You ready?
air traffic controllers are not allowed to have two airplanes line up and wait, or position and hold and line up and wait at night on the same road.
Okay,
Not allowed to do that.
all right. So that's legality number one.
Legality number one. So American 2026 cannot get traffic holding in position at the pole lane, or like 4 left, Kilo 3 line up and wait. You're not allowed to do that. That's problem one. Problem two is at 9 o'clock at JFK, there are a lot of heavy jets that are on.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to issue what's called a rolling takeoff clearance to a heavy jet at any time.
Right.
So unless the airplane is line up and wait, you can't issue a takeoff clearance. But you can't put the airplane line up and wait legally. So what are you going to do with a heavy jet?
Okay, then there's the practical side of the jet blast from that airplane to this Morocco airplane that's just sitting there.
Right.
But that's not legality, it's just a common sense kind of thing. It's like,
Yeah, that's a common sense kind of thing.
he's actually going to mention this, I think, in a little bit. Okay, so that's good. We got the legalities, all right? Let's see what
We got
happens.
the numbers that we'll play on the things.
That's American, China. We got the number.
I'm gonna see if it's edible.
All right, they're
I'm gonna sizzle it for a while. I want to make it a little bit crunchy. I have some soy sauce,
starting to gain some momentum. Tower control is
so
thinking,
maybe it will give it a new flair.
Here's what he says.
33 Kilo Echo Heavy County Tower, thank you.
But I want it to be crunchy. I'm gonna eat one.
Anyone northbound on Kilo, just for what I'm seeing here. So American 117, everybody at 3 Kilo Echo Heavy, I-Sear 614, Singapore 25.
Okay. It is edible, but it's lacking the flavor.
Sheffield 895, you guys all.
So I'm gonna start sizzle this up.
There for a while.
This doesn't have any. Doesn't taste very
This is
good.
only part of the story. What our clients talk about isn't just the result, it's how they were treated along the way. When the pressure's on,
And then now soy sauce.
customer service isn't optional. It's answering the call, giving real updates.
So I did add soy sauce for the flavor because it's lacking bad. It is edible, but it's not crunchy. So I added soy, and now we're gonna let it sizzle longer till it gets crunchy. I don't want to eat one.
If you got hit, even if you were not driving, you
Okay.
need to try this.
Because if you were in a car accident,
Ryan, honey.
you could be owed a large cash payment. So sad. 30 seconds later,
Tower Shamrock 106.
Shamrock 106, Heavy County Tower.
I know you're very busy, sir. Are we okay to hold short here on Bravo just in case 4 right becomes an option?
Yeah, Shamrock 106 Heavy, you can just hold there, and I'll see if I can do Kilo 3 for a couple of departures. I know the distance remaining from 4 left at Kilo 3 is 10,300, which is much more than 4 right anyway.
We were able to Kilo 3 anyway, Shamrock 10 and 4 right. We're able to Kilo 3 from 4 right, Shamrock 106.
okay, so Shamrock has not turned the corner yet on the Kilo. Kilo's the taxiway that's parallel 4 left here with the disabled their equipment. So these guys they're being creative. They're going, hey, we can go to 4 right. Would you let them go 4 right on this?
So the Port Authority really does not like heavy jets departing either 4 right or 2 left, because at the end of both runways, or in fact, one of both flights, is an equivalent of EMAS, which is the reliable concrete that currently going through a will just go single middle stop. And if you roll heavy jets like the jet blast, and going down into the pavement, well, it starts exploding meters, which is very expensive.
I've seen videos of that where jet blast just kind of flakes up the material. It's a real mess. It's environmental. Besides the fact that it makes it real mess, it's a mess as well. So I'll be fine. See, I do that. It's oh, wait, there's one. Here we go. Roger. All right, no, I'm getting this one.
Thanks for tuning in. Chef Refund. Y'all having a nice day in your neck of the woods.
These guys are troopers. They've been sitting there this whole time thinking about it. Can they actually get their airplane off the runway without waiting for their time forever? And they come up with this idea and they put their thinking fences on, right? Can we do it with differential power? Differential power for me is I got an engine on the left, I got an engine on the right. I can goose up power on that side. Can't really go into reverse on this one, but I can do differential power. Maybe I can steer my airplane off. This is a monumentally bad idea, but it's an idea.
Well, I think it's an idea, Royal Max, very, very polite way of saying, please don't roll departures
In front of us.
in front of us.
Yes, we don't want that to happen, and I think they're being proactive in a way. Let's see how JFK Tower responds.
Yeah, I know the differential for us would kind of help you there, but don't struggle, don't stress it, just sit there, we'll try to work it out.
Don't
Copy the off to November, maintain position.
Good idea. Good.
And JetBlue 41, Denver 5170, let me know if you guys can get the tape runway full up the kilo parade.
Uh-oh.
5170 is number.
All right, everybody's got their
172, have you cover the tower, check the number, see if you can accept runway full up the kilo parade. We've got numbers of kilo 3 already plugged in, we can go kilo 3, so we've got 172.
Okay, I feel a plan now, gelling, right? And I think what he's going with is we're going to depart everybody off kilo 3, jet blast, be damned. We're going to take off anyway. And that whole little thing about putting 2 airplanes into line up and wait on, we're going to bend. We're gonna bend the rules to a battle. You're not breaking the rule. We're just gonna look the other way because this is.
Don't break the rule, just bend them a little bit.
Kind of suspended for a while. Did the same thing in the tower. Could you say was an emergency or not really? This isn't.
Well, if an airplane declares an emergency,
Yes.
I might bend the rule. Like, for this is just an emergency. This is a delay.
It's an inconvenience
It's
now.
an inconvenience. I think you rip off the Band-Aid and come up with Plan B.
Yeah. I'm curious now. So I've been at JFK where there's been 40 airplanes in line ready to take off for various reasons. Not this reason, but just weather or whatever. At this point, there's 10 or 11, 12 airplanes in line as we can see them. You're up in the tower. You're talking about the supervisor. Is that the point where the supervisor's got to say to the ground?
It is edible, but there was no flavor. So I have sizzled in some soy sauce,
So
and now I'll let it cook for a while to get crispy.
they have a metering
But I did
system
eat
that's
one.
supposed to, which is run by the Port Authority.
Yeah.
We're supposed to meter the
Uh-huh.
number of airplanes out of the taxi.
I don't think
Controllers
freezer
are
burn
never-
ever hurt it.
We don't control the ramp areas, so they can push back every airplane on the ramp if they wanted to.
Okay.
And we teach controllers never hold airplanes in the ramp
Right.
because you just create a mess.
Yes.
Airplanes want to get in, more airplanes want to push. You're making it worse for yourself. Somebody calls the taxi him out. They may not know where to taxi him out. Get him out of the ramp.
Okay.
Because as soon as you stay standby to 1, all of a sudden it's standby to 5,
Yeah.
and it's standby to 10. And then you have 15, 20 airplanes all on the frequency going at the same time learning to get out. You gotta stay ahead of that curve.
Yeah. All right. I love this. This is how a large major airport around the country works or doesn't work depending on your perspective. Right. Let's.
Hold on, 37 Tower, check the number, see if you get a clear for pull up that Kilo 3.
Hey,
Roger, we can't do it, I think so.
everybody can take Kilo 3.
American 2026, you said you can't take pull up that Kilo 3?
Affirmative.
American 2026, 1007, traffic holding at the full length from a full up to Kilo 3, cleared for takeoff.
Ooh.
Kilo 3, 4 left, let's take up American
Okay,
2026.
so the original guy, American 2026, who came up with that first idea, we got the numbers for Kilo 3. What do you think? They're rewarded because they're the first people taking off. They're going to go into, and he clears them for takeoff, not even into line up and wait. This would be a rolling takeoff.
Yeah, but American 2027 is not a heavy trim, so that's
So the difference here is you can legal if it's a narrow body.
Correct.
If it's a wide body, not so much.
not so much.
All right. So let's take the last few seconds here on this video and explain to people what you're doing here and what's the exciting news regarding Kennedy Steve.
So, you know, my content has been out on the internet for a long time when I was working. But I'm following in your footsteps, Captain Steve, and there is going to be a Kennedy Steve YouTube channel where you're going to get the ATC perspective of some of the incidents you see, not only domestically, but internationally.
Yes. With your same sense of humor, your snark, and your I hate to build you up, please, but your depth of insight. Okay. And we are like brothers from another mother. We'll explain all that. But there's a link below to the brand new Kennedy Steve YouTube channel. Go subscribe. There's great content coming. You're absolutely going to love it. And there's going to be more stuff with the two of us as well. Look forward to what's coming, right? You guys asked for it. You got it.
There you go.
Now you know. I'm Captain Steve. Play safe.
And I'm Kennedy Steve.
Let's try that again.
All right. Now you know. I'm Captain Steve.
And I'm Kennedy Steve.
Fly safe.
At least his YouTube videos are not overly edited. Some of these people I'm doing the YouTube, it's like a damn documentary. I don't know. I like live video myself better. Although I do watch YouTube videos in my spare time. But I don't like Karen and Nate. They need to get back to their original videos. I never watched Mr. Beast until he became real popular. I don't have anything against them. Karen, Nate, you know, they're making a lot of money so they can go on the fancy stuff now. I'm surprised they haven't had a kid. I did not know them. Well, I can say I'm surprised they don't have a kid yet. I don't have any kids either. Ryan? Ryan,
This summer, thousands of homeowners
better see better attitude.
old, inefficient
Ryan's been my friend on Bigo and TikTok for years. And really, he was, when I was not on Bigo, which I'm not on there right this second, he was really the only one on my TikTok except for Gertie. I don't know. Gertie's not on
This
there
is the
now.
Roulette Master. I'm really excited today to share with you an incredible new roulette system. This was sent in from Jamie Wellesby from England. This is called the Red Ladder, and he said he's winning with this every day in the casino, and that's why I can't wait to share with you today. I'm also going to share with you today a modification of Cassandra's Moving Corners that I've been using in the casino this week.
Cassandra's Moving Corners. I don't know. Some of these roulette systems are real. I came up with one that I did myself.
We're going to go ahead and start with 3 corners and then a $5 bet
Let me find
on
it.
the second column, just like Cassandra's Moving Corners. However, again, I made a modification of this that I'm using in the casino. So that's a 32 red, and that's a $5 loss. So when that happens, we're just going to add another corner and then double. But since we hit the column, we're just going to reduce that back to where it started. So we're at a $45 total bet now, and let's go ahead and start. All right, here we go. That is a 2 black. And that's a nice $60 win. And one really cool thing about this is a lot of the time if you hit the corners, like you see we just hit the 2, 3, 5, 6 corner there, you don't have to hit the column. You can go ahead and immediately reset. We're up $55, and the first part of this is just like the original Cassandra's Moving Corners. However,
Sanders moving corner. I do not play roulette. I play it on the computer, not for money.
So I've had really good success with it, and that's an 18 red. That's a loss. So we're just going to go ahead and add another corner, and then double everything. And we can do that with the column bet at this point because it's just going from 5 to 10. So we're not going to continue to double that column bet. And that's a 21 red. That's a nice $40 win. And we're already up $75 with this modification of Cassandra's moving corners that I've been using in the casino. And let's go ahead and spin. We're back at base level, and here we go. Let's see what we get here. That's a 13 black, and that's a nice win of 25, and we're up 100. Let's just leave them right where they're at, and see if we can hit that same spot again. That was a good win there. And let's see here. That's a 20 black.
I mean, I got up to 13,000 on that roulette. Again, it's not for real money. Wish it was real money. I wouldn't need to do a YouTube channel if I knew how to play roulette correctly. Now I'm trying to sizzle these beans. I did put soy sauce in it.
Remember, we're doing something a little different on the columns, but
It tastes better.
and then what we're going to do is, I should have added that one in at 10. So you see here, I made a mistake there. That one should be at 20 on this one right here, because I should have added, it should have had $10 to double it instead of adding 5. So now let's go ahead and we lost that first one. So on the first one you can go ahead and double, but this is not a doubling strategy. So we'll just double it one time, and let's go ahead and spin. He says he's doing incredible with this, and I hope you do incredible as well.
Well, the thing with the roulette is if you can get a system that's about, 90, 95%, and you have a large bankroll, or you started the,
Let's go ahead and do that. Now those are going to $3 each. And let's go ahead and spend our $51.
well, you have to have a bankroll, so that if you have suffer losses, you have to be able to recover.
There's a nice win of $39.
That's basically what it is.
Well, actually, we are up now. We're up to $8, so we can go ahead and reset now back to where we started at 17, and we'll establish some new session profit again here. So let's go ahead and spin. We're back to where we started with the dollar bets and the $5 bet on even, and that's a 28 block.
But I did, I have it where instead of two spins, I have it one, but you double twice.
It said for the 0,
Because
but it hit the 9 red on that one.
if you just double once,
$6 win. That's new session profit of $27. So we're going to go all the way back to 17 when it started. And let's put that $5 bet back on even. And we're good to go. Let's go ahead and spin.
I mean, most of the time on this method and this system, it's,
From England, Sheffield, England, is where Jamie's from. That's a nice $13 win. We're at $40. So let's just rebet and spin. And that's why I always tell you guys, to help each other out in the comments, because people are coming in and sending systems from all over the world. That's a $23 win. That's a nice one. We hit both on that. We're up 63. But that's why you want to share in the comments, where you like to go, where you like to eat, where you like to stay, where you play, all that stuff. That really helps people out in the community if they're just trying to figure out where they're going for their next vacation. All right, let's double up. Let's do it once. Go.
if I hit on this one, it'd be a big one, and
17.
And that's a 9 red.
okay.
Hello. Hey, really quick. How do I update the client tracker again?
Did you check the scribe I sent last week?
Wait.
Start caption while I did it once, and it made the job for me. I even added notes for you, so that I wouldn't get calls while dinner's getting cold. You're not paying me, people. Try Scribe for free and respect your business.
Now, if you just double one, and I could just add 1 unit. It probably would, most likely you're gonna hit it over and over and over again.
No, they won't charge you $1 unless you actually
6.
Nice $26 win there. We hit both again. Now we're at
breaking developments in that mystery over the Arabian Sea. Authorities wreckage 12 hours after the plane showed a drop in altitude, then a climb, and then a dramatic descent. Tonight, the first pieces of wreckage.
Thanks for tuning in, Chef Refund. How y'all doing?
A 737 freighter disappears off the coast of Pakistan. It just disappears off the radar screens. Echoes of MH370 all years ago, the Malaysian 777 that just disappeared, still hasn't been found to this day. Although this one is different, they have found the wreckage of the aircraft. It took about 24 hours. Here's what we know so far. It was K2 Airways. It's an operation out of Pakistan. They're flying a Boeing 737-400 aircraft. Now, here's the important question that you already have. 737 MAX.
So Captain Steve and Kennedy Steve are both retired, and
737.
they both have YouTube
It's a
channels.
400 model. It doesn't have all the bells and whistles that the MAX has. So anybody that's making a comparison out there to this was another MAX crash, this is not the case at all. This was not induced by the new equipment that they put into the MAX. This
They
is
should
an
have,
older 737.
you
The
should do
airplane
a
was on
collab
very
with,
flight of all things, a repositioning flight from Sharjah in the United Arab Emirates to Karachi back in Pakistan. It gets about 155 miles into its journey when the pilots report that they have a navigation problem. Now, a lot has been said so far about the navigation issue, and was that what was causing the airplane eventually to crash? Most likely not. I've never known of any sort of a navigation issue that would cause an airplane to stop flying, although the navigation issue might have been indicative of something deeper or more sinister going on in the airplane. I don't think it was just a coincidence. I think that report was the first report. I think they didn't get a chance to key up the mic again, because as we look at the flight profile, we're going to see.
Ryan, when class is running, you need to be attentive to the classroom and to the professor. Ryan. I always think it's because this. It's okay. Will the beans cook? They are cooked, but I have them on low. I want to sizzle them, and I want them to get crunchy. Okay? I want my green beans to get crunchy, Ryan. Ryan, better attitude and attitudes.
A normal departure turns into an abnormal arrival. JetBlue takes off from Kennedy, and for some reason, comes right back to Kennedy. Let's take a listen and see what happened.
5069, rolling up with a 230. This was 56 I'm concerned about some funding saying
It looks like
320 can be there for a little
he's
bit.
using the same stuff as Captain Steve.
We're dealing with the National Bank account, and Frank could stay at 23 for now. We're talking to the company. Right for us to 260. Sorry, I'm going to pick up with 1569, correct? Paper. Okay, we want that at 23? 23, yeah, we can stay at 23, we can get you some, here's something. We gotta get right back here.
Kind of an odd request. So when center controllers talk to airplanes that have come off airports, all they hear is, can we get up to altitude? Can we get up to altitude? Can we get up to altitude? JetBlue says, I'm going to stay at 23 and I'm going to slow. The center's like, what? Nobody ever asked for that. We kind of got you to Carter where you're supposed to climb. So you just got to coordinate for him to stay at 23,000.
Ryan, you need to turn that music off. When class is running, I don't want to hear that background music. Ryan.
I heard you did for 1569, got it. Yeah, so, hey, we decided to return to New York. We had a big panel come back and fall on the ceiling in the back of the aircraft. So we'd like to return to 31 right, that's possible. Okay, you're looking to go back to Kennedy, correct? Hey, correct. Okay, and what was the reason again? I'm sorry, sir.
You know, we let me like the number, things are weird, and you alright?
Ryan, I want to see better attitude with Gertie.
Okay, that's kind of an odd one. We had a panel fall out of the back of the airplane, and the controller's like, what? You want to go back to Kennedy? So what's happening? From the controller perspective, all of a sudden, the airplane says he wants to go back to the airport, she wants to go back to the airport, bells and whistles are going off. This is not what we're expecting. We expect you to take off and go to where you're supposed to. So, from the controller's perspective, he, in this case, is thinking, all right, let's get you back to Kennedy. That's what you want. We're getting everything out of your way. Because as soon as an airplane that's a departure says they want to return to their departing airport, we're going to start thinking the word emergency. And who can declare an emergency? Pilot obviously can declare an emergency. Aircraft operator, so in this case the airline, JetBlue, can declare an emergency. And controllers can also declare an emergency. You know, everybody thinks that when emergencies are declared by airplanes, pan or mayday, that's not the case. A lot of times, controllers kind of make that decision for the flight crew. And you can tell here, the flight crew's, no problems on the plane, we gotta go back to JFK, no big deal, everything's great. Controller's like, we're declaring an emergency. We're getting everything out of your way. We're gonna make it as easy for you as possible. Because you got extra things on your plate that you're not expecting. Let's see what happens next.
Don't worry, let's double check this, so we'll work over that for a second.
How you doing today? Thanks for tuning in.
The route is 3058. 1569, you should maintain 10.
Thanks for tuning in to the network.
Okay, and then once you get a little lower here, I'm going to have a right turn to a heading, 100 heading. And what was your original?
Make it as easy as possible. How many people? Not passengers, not flight crew, souls. How many?
3053, altimeter at 060.
Ryan?
Tonight, Reckless Ben is here. Yeah, in just a minute, the YouTube star is going to talk with us exclusively about his big league.
He's really been through a lot.
Lego. Yep, the judge just granted him the right to talk again. This is a big development. I've got to give you a background, though. A quick look at how this whole Lego legal drama unfolds, okay? All started when the Oregon family trusted a franchise to chain called Bricks and Minifigs to sell the reportedly $200,000 Star Wars Lego set consignment. The franchise was apparently sold, but the Lego owners say they never got their Lego, they never got paid. Now, the family sued the franchise, claiming their agreement was breached, that Bricks and Minifigs stole the Lego collection, and that is when Reckless Ben got in the case. He allegedly traveled to Utah.
Got my coffee
executive
for later.
Documenting attempts to make contact at his property. All going viral. The executive apparently called police, led to Ben getting arrested twice. And as
My YouTube channel is not involved in whatever they're talking about.
Ben is facing a total of 4 criminal charges. Overall, Utah is charged with disorderly conduct, also reportedly commercial obstruction for allegedly going to the Bricks and Minifigs corporate headquarters. Ben tells us he was there to ask for the Legos back. Over in American Fork, Utah, he's charged with stalking and residential picketing for allegedly going to the franchise owner Josh Johnson's house. Now, Reckless Ben just scored a big legal win. This is when a Utah federal court, this judge lifted the ban that had been on him, posting videos related to Bricks and Minifigs. This was a TRO. However, the revised order still prohibits Ben from coming within 100 feet of any Bricks and Minifigs stores or offices, prevents him from making any threats. Now, we reached out to Bricks and Minifigs for a statement today, but we haven't heard back. The company is maintaining it does not have the Lego, and in a statement to local media, they said that this issue and its civil case against Ben, real name Ben Schneider, is going to be addressed through private mediation. It hopes to resolve everything in the coming weeks, but for now, Ben says he got his freedom back, freedom of speech back. He's already made a new YouTube video. Here's an exclusive sneak peek.
Legally, I'm not allowed to film inside court, so I formally requested the audio, but since there was no visual, I hired an animator to animate over it. Right now, I kind of don't even know what I'm being charged for because all of the body cam footage has been redacted, and they say it's to protect the victims. However, I think there are some redactions that maybe don't make sense.
Ben Schneider, Reckless Ben, joins me now. Ben, good to see you again. Thanks for taking the time. You just got your right to talk back. Are you feeling like you're winning your case brick by brick?
Yeah, I'm just happy to have my freedom of speech back. It feels amazing to be able to talk again.
So what is the plan now? Like, why is it so important?
My YouTube videos
What do you
are
want to
about
say? What are you gonna
cooking.
say?
That's about it. Although I am interested in some of these internet things, but as far as, yeah, I'm not being involved in any internet stuff. I'm just on social media, and I'm going to be talking about cooking. But I am interested in this particular Lego thing, a little bit, to a certain degree.
What is going on with the civil case now? Is it going to court? Is it going to private mediation? What's the status of it?
It seems like they're in full force and it's not lightened up at all. So they're suing us. The base right now is 1.3 million, but our lawyers are saying it can easily get over 10 million per person. And there's 16 defendants, so that's going to be at least like over $100 million they're asking from us, which is insane.
So but they make it seem like they're going to resolve this in the next 3 weeks. According to what I'm hearing from you, is that doesn't seem likely.
So that's what my lawyers are saying, is my lawyers are confident that they can solve it. We've hired some really good lawyers, but just from my personal experience with them, I'm doubtful. I think their egos are too big to resolve this. I think they're going to go until the company gets burned down, but I could be wrong. We'll see. But the lawyers at least are pretty confident that we can resolve it fast.
Ben, I don't need to tell you this story blew up. It's everywhere. People are following it. I think that's affecting a lot of it. By the way, did you know that Courtney Love posted her support for you on Instagram? I don't know if you saw that, but
yeah, she reached out. She seems to be like the #1 fan of the series. She has gone through all the rabbit holes and watched all the YouTubers reacting videos, and she's gone all the way down the rabbit hole. She posted a picture where the same shirt I'm wearing right now. It's of the CEO.
Is that what that is? Oh, I didn't even realize.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I have my freedom of speech back. I'm allowed to put his face on my shirt. I'm allowed to do that now. So, yeah.
So what is that attention that the court was that?
Oh, it's been awesome. I don't think we would be able to win without the public support, because when I first started this, I had no resources. Brian had no resources. I was just some like kind of small YouTuber, I guess, when I took on this case, and there was no way we were ever going to win. Like, the reason we're winning right now is because of the public support, and that's the reason we will win if we win. Is not because like we had more resources than them. Person Base has way more resources than us, but we have the public support behind us, and that's the only reason we're going to win if we do win.
And it's also maybe why they're pushing back on take this even further. Let me ask you about the criminal charges, because I mentioned you are facing criminal charges in these jurisdictions. Are you being represented by counsel, and have they given you an indication about what your legal defenses may be?
Yeah, at first I just wanted to represent myself because I was arrested for serving court papers and making a GoFundMe. So I was like, oh, I don't need to waste money on a lawyer, I'll just beat this myself. And then I saw how corrupt everything was becoming, and I was like, I don't know, I might actually need a lawyer. And then the public support came in, we made some money on the GoFundMe, and so now I finally have money for a lawyer now, which is good, which I didn't before. And their advice is basically, I don't know. I mean, I kind of got arrested for stupid stuff, so as long as we're just honest, I feel like we'll win. I don't know.
So, I mean, are they saying like the police overstepped their role, the way they arrested you was improper? Like that's what they're saying?
Well, that's more of a civil rights attorney, which I've hired like 5 lawyers in the last like 2 weeks, which is insane. But yeah, we have civil rights attorneys. I have 2 criminal defense attorneys. I have a franchise attorney that we're getting. So we have like all these different attorneys for everything. We have an entertainment attorney now. So yeah, I think I have 5 lawyers I literally just hired, and they're all for very specific things. So some of them are for the police and justice, some of them are for criminal charges, some of them are for the franchises specifically.
So I imagine you're making the videos. This might be a way to pay the lawyers, right? I mean, they ain't cheap.
Yeah, I would. If this didn't blow up, I would not have any access to lawyers because I like this is the first time I've like really ever seen money come in. And,
right.
So now I finally have money for lawyers, which is awesome, and it's all thanks to the viewers. So what?
It's hard to believe that in the middle of record inflation, Mint Mobile is actually lowering prices. Every plan, even unlimited.
Well, I mean,
I'm about to go to court, and I don't even know what I did wrong. Yeah, this things is making up tons of lies about me to the police to try to get me thrown in jail so I can't release my documentary about them. But the crazy part is I'm not even allowed to know what they're saying I did. Legally, I'm not allowed to film inside court, so I formally requested the audio, but since there was no visual, I hired an animator to animate over it.
Right now, I kind of don't even know what I'm being charged for because all of the body cam footage has been redacted, and they say it's to protect the victim. However, I think there are some redactions that maybe don't make sense and that weren't to protect the victims. There's some things being said about me that are redacted I don't know about.
I do have some concern in this case with the defendant representing himself. The allegations here relate to the fact that the defendant, he's a person he's a YouTuber, creates videos, publishes them online, and has been, if this defendant ever represents
my YouTube is maybe boring, but let's keep it that way.
Information and fodder for this defendant to create videos from which he could profit by placing them on YouTube at the expense of our victim. I have serious concerns for that.
Yeah, the state of Utah is claiming that if they tell me what I'm being accused of, then I'll use it for content on my YouTube channel. In this case, that, they're arguing to the judge that the best thing to do is to not let me know what's being said about me, which is very strange, but that's their argument. And just in case you haven't been following along with this whole Lego story, this is all happening because I stepped in to help a family who got their Lego collection stolen from a company called Bricks and Minifigs. And for the last couple months, this company's been doing whatever they can to get me arrested, making all the Legos for themselves. And this isn't even just me speculating. One of their own employees literally told us what their plan was. Dang. But eventually, Bricks and Minifigs found out that I'm not just some random kid. I'm actually a YouTuber making a documentary on the entire family. Yeah, this is when things really started getting crazy. Bricks and Minifigs went into ultimate defense mode and was going to do whatever it takes to prevent this documentary from coming out. First, the police got a call saying I had heroin on me. And obviously, they found nothing. But then they got a call saying that I was the one that stole the Legos. I got swatted by the entire police department. We all got arrested. But right when I got out of jail, I got a warrant for my arrest for some mystery crime that I committed. It seems like this guy might live in LA where his last known address is in LA. Yeah, the police showed up to my house all the way in Los Angeles to arrest me without bail. He was like, just tell him he has the police couldn't arrest me.
And you're where he actually is?
No idea.
Okay.
I was somewhere very far away. But anyways, back to court. The judge is looking at signing a protective order to protect Josh and all of his statements about me. If this protective order gets signed, then I'll never be able to find out what he's claiming I did.
I got bad news. I don't think we have any more budget for animation, dude.
Oh, shoot. So how do we animate this next court scene? I guess if we have to not pay the lawyers, then I guess the animation's more important, right?
Yeah, we decided maybe the lawyers are actually more important. So, yeah, we ran out of animation budget. Sorry, guys.
The court seemed fine to sign this pretrial protective order unless you have an objection to it, Mr. Schneider, and the objection to such an order.
Yes, I think there's a bunch of misunderstandings in this case, and so this person doesn't want to get exposed. He's making up a lot of lies about me to order to like get me arrested before he gets exposed. So that's what this whole thing's about.
However, before I was allowed to show any of the overwhelming evidence I have to support my claims, the judge didn't care about the evidence and signed the protective order anyways.
Mr. Schneider, the court's going to sign this order and serve it upon you.
So the court has made it clear they do not want to look at the evidence and they want to protect Josh and Brandon for some reason. And now I have to somehow fight a court case against all of these mystery crimes against me that I have no clue what they're even saying I did. So this whole mess is happening in a
Let's
very
see if the
important
green
Utah.
bean is ready.
I'm also being charged with another case in Provo, Utah. This is where Corp Bricks and Minifigs is, which is why I'm also being charged here. And this police department has actually
Kind of getting crispy.
discovery. And they sent me all the raw body cam footage of what I'm being charged for. Let's start at the beginning. The moment I first met the CEO. The reason I'm talking to him right now is because before exposing this company for the grand theft they committed, I thought it was in good faith to give them an opportunity to do the right thing first before I make a documentary about this.
You get like $200,000 for Legos in your store.
But the CEO did not want to take the opportunity to do the right thing, and instead instantly called the cops on us.
Hi there, I'm calling for a break.
They themselves say, hey, you guys stole this product from this person. If you don't give it back, I'm going to burn the place down. Or we're going to burn the place down. Or I'll kill you. It's Ben Snyder who's been the one engaged in this behavior.
You can see in the police report that the crime you want to get us charged for is extortion, which basically means we're threatening him into paying us, which is very illegal. However, obviously he's just making all of this up. The reality is, I just thought it was a nice gesture to give him the opportunity to do the right thing first.
If you guys do have our Legos, we just kind of run back. You know,
But if there's one thing I've learned from this entire experience, it's that whoever ends up doing the morally right thing just ends up getting screwed over. So now, it's time to play the way Bricks and Minifigs is playing, and use their own strategy against them. Right now, their strategy is to get me arrested before I get them arrested. So now, I'm gonna this and get Eamon, the CEO, arrested before he gets me arrested. But if I'm gonna be the reason that someone's going to jail, I should probably make sure that they definitely deserve this. So, I'm gonna give them one more chance to try to do the right thing first. But instead of doing the right thing and attempting to work this out, Eamon just hid in his little office. And he called the police on me.
they told us that they were.
Normally I wouldn't want to get someone arrested, but we gave him every opportunity to talk to us, so at this point he's just arresting himself. However, the only strategy and Bricks and Minifigs' strategy is I don't have to lie to the police. Eamon McNeff actually committed a crime. I have tons of crimes on camera that Eamon McNeff has committed. Let's start at the beginning with crime number 1.
So what's going to happen?
So you guys are holding some of our Legos?
No, we're not.
You're not?
No. So who's let?
Ryan Mantel.
Okay, and who's that?
He's a guy who had he had like $200,000 worth of Legos in your store.
Eamon was first trying to claim that he'd never even heard of Brian Mansell, and this guy definitely never had any Legos in a Bricks and Minifigs store. But once we showed him all of the social media posts his own company made, it was very obvious that we just caught him in a lie. So the CEO decided to change his story, and now the story is the Legos used to be in the store, but the previous owner, Crystal, she stole the Legos right before they took over the store.
Crystal sold the Lego.
The only problem is there's security camera footage of the previous owner getting kicked out.
These are ones that he has not been paid his percentage yet. And if I don't have my tickets, I won't know how much I need to pay.
That's a business thing, and that's your taking on the business case on all that. That's not that hard.
Corporate just said that they're going to be the ones to take over the consignment deal with all the Legos that are still in the store. And as extra proof that these Lego sets are still in the store, the owner went into the back and started taking pictures of everything that you can verify in the metadata with the timestamps that match the exact moment she's getting kicked out. And then you can see her leave the store with nothing in her hands, proving that the sets were still in the store and the CEO is lying to us right now. But that's only one side of the story. I also thought it was fair to hear his side.
You sent a bunch of pictures of the Lego still in the back. You can see in the security camera footage. Corporate comes and throws her out.
I understand where you're at. You have a misunderstanding of what has occurred, and you're taking one person's word for it. Even though I'm not the party that's responsible, and you don't want to, because that's not easy. You you have accepted a narrative that is not real, and you are continuing to pursue that narrative because it's easy and it gives you views and it gives you all sorts of does all sorts of things that way.
So basically what the CEO is trying to explain to me is you shouldn't be looking at the evidence. Instead, you should be taking his word for it because he said so.
Crystal Law was franchisee of Refund.
Yeah.
She took Mr. Mansell's Lego, sold it, didn't pay him, she has his money.
But
She sold his Lego, she has his money.
To make it easier for you guys to understand the CEO's argument, we're going to demonstrate his argument with a little skit.
Oh, that wasn't the back foot. No, no. Sure. Yep.
Convenience, I'll call you back. Telephone 44 heavy. It'll be 3 on left. I'll call you back. Out of Mike Alpha with who? I'll assume Delta 208 ground. Thank you. It'll be 31 left for departure. Left Bravo. That's short of Golf. The 208, do me a favor. Make the left and stop. The gentleman on their way to medical emergency. I want to get him in front of you on the taxiway.
Kenzie ground, Delta 5.
Delta 5. I'll call you back, too. All right, Delta 208. Looks like he's going behind you. You can continue on Bravo. Short of Golf. Delta 5. Delta 5.
Delta 5, go.
Okay, here's what happens. You call me, I call you back, and then you tell me what you want to do. What do you want to do?
Lima, Shadow Alpha, requesting Hotel Bravo.
Delta 5, after Norwegian, go left on Alpha.
Norwegian, left Alpha, South 5. Data 116 heavy, requesting push and stop.
Number 116 heavy, push back on Alpha, approved.
Push back on Alpha, approved. Data 116 requesting.
I'm trying to see if those green beans are going to be edible for dinner.
I think it's very concerned. But so the nose is southeast.
Okay, thanks. Data 116.
Oh, come on, you got it, but it was slightly inverted.
Yeah, so there is full crime about there.
But you want me to follow that guy across cross, keep your right, join Zulu, monitor 1239. Have a great night.
Is there audio? Delta, cross to your right, follow 23. Copy, Delta 112. I'll call it for
Virgin 112 Heavy Kennedy, very good evening. Runway 31 left for departure. Hold short of Alpha for your sequence.
Hold short of Alpha. Yes, Virgin 112.
Then what number you on for departure?
Yeah.
I'll have to give you an estimate, sir. I'll give you the exact number. Hang on a second. Virgin 112, you're number 20.
Thank you, Virgin 112.
Whiskey 4116, what's the plan here?
4116, they got to have a port authority and a quarter mile to tow it, so we're going to block it until they can figure that out.
I'm sorry, they gotta have somebody do what?
A port authority and a quarter mile to tow it.
Why, you can't go into the land?
No, we're disabled, our hearing is disabled.
Oh. Okay, I didn't know that.
Yep, that's why we're taking care of it.
If you require no assistance other than the truck to come out and pull you in?
That's correct, 4116.
Okay. American 1105, correct?
Howdy.
Hello, where are you going into the ramp tonight?
We can't go.
It's your tango. Splendid, taxi to the ramp. Virgin 46 Zulu, it's your turn to join the line. Taxi out Gulf, cross Detroit, right Zulu, monitor 1239. Good night.
And now go from 60 Rock Run and Zulu, and we'll follow on Virgin. Do the heavy thing.
You don't see zero, you Kennedy ground, thank you. We'll be runway 31 left for departure, hold short of Alpha. Who else calls ground?
Saudi 020.
Yeah, I know, and I said Saudi 020. 31 left, hold short of Alpha.
Also, Alpha, Saudi 020. New ground, that's the top 2.
Top 2, I'll call you back unless it's an emergency.
Okay.
The next 91, do me a favor, come to starts, please.
Sorry about that.
Okay, next 91, I appreciate your enthusiasm. There is no need to rush.
Okay, that's understood.
Morning internet, it is, I don't know what time it is, and welcome back to the channel, welcome here to Mongolia. I'm ready to go again, Frank is packed up. Let me show you where I'm headed, because I'm headed back down into the Gobi Desert, heading straight south. Oh, you know what I just realized? This is totally wrong, I'm not over here. I'm here, I think. I got confused because some of the roads indicated on this map, they're not quite correct, I think, but I think I'm actually more somewhere around here now instead of there, sorry. And I'm heading towards this area of the Gobi Desert, so I'm basically going to make a big loop around here. So today I want to end up
Mongolia?
I think it's somewhere south of this little lake, somewhere in the desert.
I don't have that many people right now.
Update you on the lost baby yak